look up at the sky, we'll notice that the sun is very bright and very warm. And the sun is always bright and warm because it's the nature of the sun to be like that. But that's not always our perception, it's not always how we experience the sun, because sometimes we look up at the sky and the sun maybe doesn't seem so bright, or maybe we can't see the sun at all. And we might think that the sun has disappeared, but of course in reality the sun is always there and it's always bright and warm. But if we can't see it, it's just that something is getting in the way, and there's something that's blocking it from our view. And it could be clouds or smoke, or even the earth itself could be blocking the sun from our view, but it's always there. And very much in the same way, the Buddha said that our mind is always bright and happy, and it's its nature to be like that. But if that isn't our experience of our mind, it's just that something is getting in the way. It's that something is blocking that brightness and happiness from our view. And the things that block the happiness of the mind are desire and anger and dullness and restlessness and doubt, greed, hatred, and delusion, the negative states of the mind that the Buddha encouraged us to learn how to abandon and go beyond. And when those states are present in the mind, then it's as if the brightness and the happiness, which is natural to the mind, is completely inaccessible to us. So for many of us in the practice, then we may spend many years having the experience of like someone just staring up at the sky when it's a very dark and cloudy day, and we may wonder if the sun really exists up there at all, and maybe we've never really seen the sun, and our experience of life can be very dark and with a lot of unhappiness. And through our practice, we're learning how to wear away the negative emotions in the mind, to thin them out to the point where at some point we may start to have the experience of like the clouds parting in the mind, and for a moment then the sun is able to shine through, and for a moment we're able to see the incredible brightness and happiness that's natural to the mind. And then inevitably the clouds will come back together again, and we may have to spend a long period of time working again to remove them. And we, for a long time may not be able to see the happiness of the mind for very long, but having seen it all, then we won't forget that it's there. And using mindfulness to continue to wear away our greed, hatred, and delusion day after day, over a long period of time, we may start to have the experience of the clouds getting less and less, our experience of seeing the brightness and the happiness of the mind starting to last longer and become more frequent. And the Buddha tells us that there may come a time in our practice where the mind becomes just like the sky on a summer day, where there's no clouds at all in the sky, and there's only brightness and warmth for the entire day. So these are just a few reflections for this morning.